that reaction of metal carbonates now with acids. I'm going to start with hydrochloric acid, but these are my carbonates. I've got copper carbonate, I've got magnesium carbonate, I've got zinc carbonate, and I've got sodium carbonate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 15 centimetre cubed of hydrochloric acid to each one and connect it via a delivery tube and stopper to a boiling tube. I'll show you how I'm going to set it up now. So I'll just take, for argument's sake, copper carbonate. I could take any of them. Put the copper carbonate into this rack here. And then I've got a tube of lime water. Right, so I've got my copper carbonate and I've got my lime water. And I'm going to add acid to my copper carbonate, and I'm going to see if anything happens to the copper carbonate and anything happens to the lime water. And this will be repeated for all the carbonates. Whatever result I get here, I'll get for the other carbonates. Copper carbonate is green, so it is coloured on this one. So it still looks green. But as you can see, the lime water turns milky very, very quickly. And the copper carbonate has reacted with the acid. And eventually it'll stop fizzing. Now this will happen with all the other three in hydrochloric acid. They'll fizz, they'll make a soluble salt, which you'll see in your book and you'll be able to name it, and they'll make carbon dioxide gas. Second part of the experiment now, metal carbonates and acid, but this time I'm using a bottle of sulfuric acid. Difficult to see, but you can make it out on there. Right, so sulfuric acid, and I've got the same metal carbonates here. I've got 15 centimetre cubed of sulfuric acid. I'll just take one of the carbonates. I will take zinc carbonate this time. Set it up in exactly the same way as before with a boiling tube of lime water. So this time I've got zinc carbonate and I've got lime water, my delivery tube and my acid. So we're going to see what happens to the lime water. This time we're using sulfuric acid and this is zinc carbonate. Again, you get exactly the same results for all of them. You can see fizzing again, the bubbling in lime water turns milky. And again, you make a soluble salt in this tube and the lime water turns milky because you're making insoluble calcium carbonate. Okay, so fill in the table for all the results of the others.